Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to Sunday. Are you aware that we are in a play? Play. Some call life a game. A game. Or play. A play of what? A play of cause and effect, a play of karma. You've heard the saying, biblical, as you sow, so shall you reap. There's a divine law of compensation in the universe. And every act that we perform has a consequence. That's karma. There's a consequence. Every act you perform. Whether people see it or not. And every thought is an act, mental act, right? Every emotion that you generate is an emotional action. Every movement that you make, it's an action. So action does not only relate to movement, it's also thought, emotion, desire, intention. They're all actions. And so in the universe, because the universe is in the play with us, so when we act, she responds. I don't want to put reaction. She responds from a place of wisdom, just what we need. But the beauty of the play, and why we call it the play and the game, because we can change things in the play. Depending on how we act, the consequence will change. So when I act with love, there's a consequence. When I act with hate and aggression, there's a consequence. When I act with indifference, there's a consequence. Are you realize that you're playing in and with a universe that is infinitely intelligent? So all the things that you would have done in the past, they have consequences that are still there. Do you know why? Because the memories of the past are still living inside of you. It may be gone from the physical space, but they're living inside of you. Do you know that? Do you know that all these memories are still inside of you? And not only the memory of this lifetime, but the memory of lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Why do you think when I meet you again, you say, oh, I feel like I know him. I feel so bonded with him. I'm drawn to him. Why? Because we have met in the past and we are meeting again. Based on those memories, those events, and there are events within you, in your memory field, that have not been brought to closure. Unfulfilled desires, intentions. They're still lying within you. Fear. Patterns of fear are still being carried in your consciousness. When you ask yourself in this lifetime, why do I fear this? It is the past. Why do I fear the water? Why do I fear the darkness? Why do I fear some people? It's all in the past. And so we call that a karmic play. That the past is ever coming up into the present. And the present is determining the future. So you're in a play. You can change the events. But what is required is consciousness, discernment, that you can see the play. If you don't see it, you can't change it. You're caught in it. You're reacting it. So what is required is discernment. And how do we call that in the play? Wisdom. Do you know what the Proverbs in the Bible says? Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. It's in the Proverbs. And with all that getting, get understanding. Because it is understanding that leads to wisdom. Try to understand yourself. Try to understand your universe. Do you know how Hindus pray every morning when they see the sunrise? They repeat Gayatri mantra. And Gayatri is a prayer to the light within, the transcendent light. Asking it to take away sins. It refers to that light as a divine light. Devasya. And it says, meditate upon it. Dhimahi. That's a Vitur Varenyan. It's a worshipable light. It's divine. It's transcendent. And it says, in the last part of the prayer, Dhiyo yona prachodaya. Do you know what Dhiyo means? It means intellect. Do you know what prachodayat means? To illumine, to bring light to. So it says, please illumine my mind, my mental field, that I can understand. That I can understand the play, because without understanding, I'm caught in ignorance and darkness and misery. So what is the important thing in the play? Wisdom. Wisdom. And how does wisdom happen? When last you ask yourself, who am I? And wrestled with a question that you couldn't sleep. And because it became such an obsession in you, who am I? What am I? Where did I come from? Where am I going? Am I just a physical body? Will I age and die? Or is there something greater inside of me? When last did you ask yourself, who am I? With such a desire to truly know. Because again, biblical, seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. That's karmic. If you seek, the consequence is finding. If you investigate, the consequence is discovery. If you knock, something will open. When last did you really hold the desire to know all that you are? Do you know what Shiva says in the Guru Gita, and you chant it all the time? Pindam, Kundalini Shakti. He's saying, in this body, the Pinda, that Kundalini Shakti is there. At the root of the spine, locked in there, is Kundalini Shakti, Pindam Kundalini Shakti. And he even gave a clue how to wake it up. Padam Hamsa Mudahritam. He's saying, with the breath, Hamsa, but not the physical breath, the energetic breath. And he says, so how do you get out of this? Rupam, Bindu, Ruti, Geyam. That you have to pierce the energy center of the brow to become free of form, of thought. So there in that little verse, he has given the secret. So when you sit for meditation, there's Kundalini Shakti in there. And there's the breath, the Hamsa, to turn into Soham through the guidance of the Guru. And then to go beyond form. That's how you wake up to the wisdom. Simply through desire to know. Investigation. Where's the breath coming from? Where's the energy behind the breath? What is the power inside of the body that moves the body? Pindam, Kundalini Shakti. So when wisdom opens up in us, through the grace of the universe, the Master, guidance, the energy, we begin to see life differently. We begin to perceive differently. We begin to experience something differently. We experience another part of us. We begin to experience the immortal soul. But do you know what is important? A guru, a guide, who has experienced this and who has stabilized in that space can help us to come out of it. And in the world, there are always these guides. Not many true ones, but they are always there. So the seeker always has the opportunity to find that. So there's a saying, when the student is ready, the master will appear. So it says the master will always appear when you're ready. So if the master is not appearing, what does it mean? I'm not yet ready, I have to become more ready. And how do you make yourself more ready? How do you make yourself more ready? The Christ said it. Lay your treasures not upon this earth, where the moth and rust will corrupt and destroy, but the thieves will break through and steal. If you lay your treasures on this earth, you'll be forever miserable. But lay your treasures in heaven, in the goodness, in the understanding, in the compassion, in the love, in the kindness. But lay your treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust can corrupt or destroy, nor where thieves can break through and steal. When you build patterns of loving and understanding and wisdom, who can steal that from you? You remember what Shakespeare said? He who steals my purse steals trash. It's not in the money, it's not in the possession. Why do you spend so much time acquiring and not acquiring wisdom, virtue, goodness, merit? And how we become so obsessed with the world that we have forgotten to even ask the question, who am I? Or even to desire to know ourselves more. Am I this pinda, this body? Am I something more? Am I the Atma or am I the Sharir? Sharir is the body. You are the soul. You are the soul. I remember when I couldn't sleep because I was so obsessed with who am I. It just came to me at 20. Oh my God, I'm going the wrong way. All these flashy things of the world don't appeal to me anymore. I just lost it on my 20th year in this planet. I lost it. And I became obsessed with knowing me. Who am I? Where did I come from? I felt so lonely. I remember going into the library in San Fernando. And I would stay sometimes in the library just reading, looking for the new books. And then when it's noon, I'd come and sit outside. And guess who was my company there? The vagrants. Lying here, lying there. The homeless. And I thought to myself, I'm just like them. I'm totally a vagrant, homeless. I don't even know where I'm going. But my trip to him there made the difference. I saved my money. And my desire was just to go to India. I had to find the masters. And I did. And my life changed completely. So much so that I understand that I'm not the body. I'm not the pinda. I'm the Atma. And I can live beyond Atma consciousness as a witness of everything. So can you. So can you. But you need to desire wisdom. And you need to work for it. You need to work for it. That desire needs to be strong. And to stay with you. I don't want to finish this life without knowing who I am. Do you have that desire? Even if you don't have it, you can slowly create it. I'm not saying to give up the world. You can live in the world, but continue to ask the question, who am I? And what is everything around me? The more your desire becomes to know who you are and what the world is, the truth will come to you. More and more wisdom will come to you. But the desire has to be there. That desire to know yourself, that is stronger than everything else, it's called mumu kshutva in Hindu wisdom. that desire beyond anything to know who you are, to wake up from the sleep. We need to have that strong desire. But take your time. Because the Guru can come to you. You don't always have to go to the Guru like I did. The Guru can come into your field when you're ready. Life can become a paradise if only you know how to play the game. Staying wise in the play. Stay wise in the play. Don't see physical bodies around you. Do not see evil around you. Try to open your eyes to see the wisdom, or to experience the wisdom of life, to see God everywhere, to experience God within you first, and then experience God everywhere. It's an energetic process as well, because you need to open up the knot at the root that ties us to the body. It's called Brahma Granthi, the knot in the root. And then you need to open the knot of the heart. It's called Vishnu Granthi, a knot. You need to untie that knot. Some of you feel the pain when Kundalini is open. You feel the pain in the heart. That's a knot. But you can loosen that knot through loving, 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 loving. Can you love beyond condition? Yes, you can, if you really want to. Can you forgive? Yes, you can. That opens up the knot of the heart. And then the greatest knot of all, Rudra Granthi, the knot of the mind, that holds the soul in the ground, breaking that knot. When that knot breaks by the grace of the divine, then wisdom will enter the mind. Wisdom will enter the mind. So wisdom is the greatest thing in the play. The Bible said, therefore get wisdom. And with all that getting, get understanding. Seek to understand. Seek to understand, to truly understand. I don't see death anymore. I cannot die. That which is me cannot die. Body will fall off. And the divine wills. But I can't die. That which says I within me cannot die. I go to bed with that and I wake up with that. And I live from that space. I cannot die. I'm ageless. I'm divine. And so are you. So are you. Don't wallow in ignorance. Seek to know. Seek to understand. And seek to be free. Don't you want to be free of these knots that tie you to the body and to the play? Be free, like the eagle is. It rises to such a height that it sees everything with perfection. The eagle's sight. The eagle view. That's what you need in the play. Far beyond the world. Far, far beyond material world. You exist as a divine in the play. So that's my message to you on this Sunday. Seek wisdom in the play. Seek understanding. And seek to be free. Have a blessed Sunday, everyone. Namaskar.